Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna show you guys a few things about this body map system and help maybe explain a few things to get us all in the right mindset to learn it the easiest way possible. First thing, let's make it easy. I'm gonna start with the two most familiar positions, I think, maybe the legs and the back mount system, and then I'll show you kind of what all the systems have in common, and we'll talk about a few things. So let's start. I'll do the back mount first. Guys, when we're on the back, okay, this is our back mount system, right? Every section of the body has its own system. And within each system has a smaller, more specific position that I call the dead zone, which is our main goal in all of the training we do, is to find a way to get to one of our dead zones. And then our options for submission are really high, his defense is low, and it's going to be more likely that I'm going to be able to get an easier tap that way. So it's just going to make finding a way to submit your partner more efficient, and now you have like a system you can navigate and refer back to in your own brain to make everything easy. So I have the back. Let's always, if we have the back, guys, let's get a Kimura seatbelt grip. And now I'll show you, when we're in the back mount, my goal is to get to the dead zone, which I put my foot on the hip. I'm going to push my partner down. I lock his hip into place. I go over the shoulder. I do a little crawl, and now this is the dead zone, guys. This is called the triple threat position. There's another very close related position called the straight jacket, where if I hook Joey's arm and hook his back and then trap his wrist down here, this is my goal after I get to the straight jacket, to trap him in a very similar position to the triple threat position. But I've locked both of his arms out of play for him to defend, and now I can work one-on-one with his neck and try to get my choke here. The reason this is called our dead zone, guys, is because not only do I have a choke, but I have an arm lock, I have triangle, and I have a host of other little submissions that I can do once I get into that triangle position. And Joey's defense is gone, okay? If I can get the arms locked, keep my head in the right spot, he's really stuck here. He doesn't really have a whole lot of options to defend. And if he does happen to slip out, his path out puts him in a submission. So this position is our goal. If we can get there when we're in the back mount, we're going to have a really high chance of submitting our partner. So that's the goal. You find your way, you enter the body map system from any point you like, you try to navigate yourself to one of the dead zones with the path of least resistance. So if he's giving me too much resistance, I'm just going to go to a different dead zone, which I'll show you a very common one. If we're in the back mount, I have the triple threat, he slips down. When we go here, guys, the armbar position, this is called the spider web position. This is the dead zone in our pinning system, our knee on belly mount pinning system from passing guard. And now this is the dead zone for that. So this is where I'm trying to get when I get to that system. The triple threat position and this are very closely related. So if I can flow from like that dead zone to dead zone, he's going to be in a nightmare, a whole lot of submissions he's going to have to worry about, a whole lot of things he's going to have to do right to be able to survive. So another system we can talk about to show that is the leg system. If I get in and I pull myself into the legs, guys, and we put ourselves in ashi, okay, this is our leg system, okay? When we get into the legs, guys, what makes this the leg system is we're using the legs as our control point. When we're on the back mount, the back is our control point, right? We have our hooks in, we have our seatbelt grip. If I was attacking his neck and had a front headlock, that'd be our front headlock system, and the head and neck is the point of control. So right now we're in the legs. If I can find my way to the dead zone of the legs, which is the honey hole, then I'm going to have a whole lot easier time submitting. I'll show you what I mean. If I pass this leg over and I thread inside, I lock my figure four. This is the honey hole. Once I lock his leg in right here, it's like I shackled his ankles together, and he's now locked into place. He doesn't have any escapes here. He's going to be trying to get out, but man, unless he breaks this apart, he's stuck here. And the cool thing about it is I have both ankles right here. I can find all my different submissions, and even when he starts to do some defense, a lot of times it'll put him in another submission, right? So if he was starting to escape, I would be able to still, work on a bunch of different submissions. If he really did start to break it down, I have to chain it to the next system if he starts to escape. So let's say he turns. If he starts to turn, guys, look, I can now climb to the hip system. Bam. I want to pull myself up. And now, with the hip system, I can learn to put myself into the truck or the berimbolo here. And then once I master the hip control system, it leads to the back system. And you guys see, I feel like it's just going to be a really good way for you guys to learn how to navigate the body and learn a bunch of rules and principles that you can like use as a map in your head to find your way to the most efficient submission and way to end a fight. So we'll talk more about that. I just kind of wanted to show you the idea about dead zones and watch more videos.